Morning to one and all. Today we'll discuss about types of biofertilizer. So we already biofertilizer, what is known by biofertilizer and how it is useful. So lot of information in previous class we have discussed. Okay, now we going to the types of biofertilizer, the nitrogen and phosphorus and enriched compost. Okay, so actually the nitrogen rhizobium for leguminous plants, particularly in Azotobacter, Zoospirillum for non-legumes plant crops, Azotobacter for sugarcane only, blue-green algae and Azolla for low-land paddy. Then secondary types of biofertilizer, phosphorus. The phosphate solubilizing bacteria PSB for all crops to be applied with Rhizobium, Azotobacter, Zoospirillum and Acetobacter. Okay. The final one is the third types of biofertilizers for enriched compost, particularly in PSP, that means phosphate solubilizing bacteria and Azotobacter. So it's Azotobacter culture, cellulolytic fungal culture. These are all the three types of biofertilizer. Now we going to phosphobacteria. Phosphobacteria means microbial inoculants capable of solubilizing phosphate. That means phosphobacteria means microbial inoculants capable of solubilizing phosphate. It's common species of Bacillus megaterium. The Bacillus megaterium is Phosphatium and Phosphosubtilis, Bacillus subtilis, Bacillus circulans, Pseudomonas striata. So these are all the phosphobacteria. Now the importance of and benefits of the biofertilizers, in particular in PSB, phosphate solubilizing bacteria. The phosphorus is one of the major nutrient for plants. It induces the growth, contributes to disease resistance. It helps in root formation and plant growth. These are all the most important and as well as the benefits of the soil as well as growth of the plants. Now the plants are inefficient for phosphate absorption, only absorb 10 to 15%. Rest remains in insoluble form. Phosphobacteria secrete organic acids which dissolve this unavailable phosphate into soluble form and make it available to the plant. This is the important one. And the mass production, that means production of phosphobacteria, it is Pukowski Pukowskaya's broth. It is one of the broth conditions culture method. The culture is incubated for 2 to 3 days till the population reaches 10 to the power 10 to 10 to the power 11 CFU per ml. These are all the markedly available in the phosphobacteria in ready-made method. Okay, then mass production of phosphobacterium. So this is the method of inoculant preparation. Actually, they prepare the appropriate media for specific to the bacterial inoculant in 250 ml, 500 ml, 3 liter, 5 liter conical flask and sterilize. Then the media in 250 ml of flask is inoculated with the efficient bacterial strain under aseptic condition. Keep the flask under room temperature in rotary shaker. After that, 200 rpm for 5 to 7 days. Keep it in the rotary shaker. Then, observe the flask for growth of the culture and estimate the population which serves as the starter culture. Using the starter culture, lag phase inoculate the longer flask 500 ml to 5 liters. It's containing the media after obtaining growth in each flask. Now, the media in the fermenter is inoculated with the log phase culture growth in 5 liter flask. Actually, 1 to 2% inoculum is sufficient, but inoculation is done up to 5% depending on the growth of the culture in the large flask. Then the cells are grown in fermenter by providing aeration, that means passing the sterile air through compressor and sterilizing agents like glass wool, cotton wool, and acid also that, and the given continuous stirring method. The cells are grown in fermenter. Okay, the broth is checked for the population of inoculated organism and contamination, if any, at the growth period. The cells are harvested with the population load of 10 gram cells per ml after incubation period. There should not be any fungal or any kind of bacterial contamination at 10 to 6 dilution level, 10 to the power minus 6 dilution level. It is not advisable to store the broth after fermentation for periods longer than 24 hours, even at 40 degrees Celsius. Number of viable cells being to decreases. The methods and applications of a phosphate solubilizing bacteria. It can be used for all crops including paddy and millets, oilseeds, pulses, and vegetables. The methods of recommended for this application: seed treatment, seedling dipping, and the soil applications. It will be applicable for the PSB, phosphate solubilizing bacteria. In addition to these combined use of bacteria, biofertilizers can also be done. Then, bacterial inoculants should not be mixed with the insecticide, fungicide, and herbicide, and also fertilizers. Finally, seed treatment with the bacterial inoculant is to be done at the last when seeds are treated with the fungicides. The mass production of phosphate solubilizing bacteria is phosphorus is one of the vital nutrient requirements for optimum growth of plants. The phosphate solubilizing bacteria PSB plays an important role in increasing the phosphate uptake by the plants. Picosphagia medium containing TCP or tricalcium phosphate helps in distillation of phosphate solubilizing bacteria from the soil sample. I once again repeat it. Phosphorus is one of the vital nutrient required for the optimum growth of the plant. In PSP plays the important role in the increasing the plant yield, plant growth also. In this particular medium, it contains calcium. Phosphate helps in isolate the phosphate solubilizing bacteria from the soil. It's good yield for the pulses and etc. plants. Now, actually, what is the role of phosphate solubilizing bacteria? It means the phosphate solubilizing bacteria are beneficial bacteria capable of solubilizing inorganic phosphorus from insoluble compounds. Phosphorus solubilizing bacteria are beneficial bacteria capable of solubilizing inorganic phosphorus from insoluble compounds. Currently, the main purpose of managing soil phosphorus is to optimize crop production and minimize phosphate loss from soils. This is the role of PSB, phosphate solubilizing bacteria. Finally, which of the following is responsible for phosphate solubilization? Which of the responsible for phosphate solubilization? Finally, phosphate solubilizing bacteria such as Bacillus, Rhizobium, Pseudomonas are the potent bacterial genera which are efficient to hydrolyze the inorganic phosphorus into soluble form and easily made viable to the plant for growth promotion. So this is the end of the I conclude phosphate solubilizing bacteria will develop the yield as well as healthy the soil as well as pulses and the leguminous plant and the oil seeds plants etc. Particularly the phosphate solubilizing bacteria useful for the microorganism, in particularly examples of Bacillus and the Rhizobium, also the Pseudomonas. This is the potent bacteria of the genera. It's highly valuable, highly environmentally benefit for our agriculture field. So these are the biofertilizer is most